Hello there! Wow! Perfect! Wonderful! Well done!
Okay!
Alrighty, here we go. What is up? Yeah, I can't speak. What is up, everybody? Welcome to another installment. This is interesting. I don't know if I've ever done this before. I am the Nintendo Beast, first of all. I don't know if I've ever done this before, but I'm doing a live recording of all 5 Animal Crossing Let's Plays this week. So that's fun. We're starting off with Animal Crossing Population Growing on the Nintendo GameCube. And I just missed pressing start in time to get it underway here. So we're finally back. We're finally jumping back into all 5 main Animal Crossing games. I'm super excited. I know my GameCube still, the internal clock is kind of janky. It's kind of busted. So yeah, we have to jump back into it. Let me really quickly hit the record button here because I forgot to do that. I'm streaming live, but I forgot to hit the record button, which is ever important to break this out in high quality. So for anybody who's just tuning in now, like I said, I am recording, I think for the first time ever. That might not be true, but I am recording, I think for the first time ever, some live episodes of my Let's Plays for all 5 main Animal Crossing games, obviously starting with Animal Crossing Population Growing here on the Nintendo GameCube. As I was saying, as you can see, it's still stuck on August 13th, 2022 at 4:58 p.m. So the internal clock on my GameCube, for anybody who's not familiar with my Let's Play series, I've definitely noted this many times, but the last couple of weeks of the Let's Play, which was, I guess, back in August already. Holy crap. I don't know if that's true or not. I might have time traveled. Who knows? But it's definitely been a minute since I played last, and the internal clock, the battery that powers the internal clock on my GameCube console is busted. I need to get that fixed so it doesn't keep time anymore. So every time I sign on to Animal Crossing, I have to reset the time to real time. So today I'm fast forwarding like half a year, which is pretty insane. I'm trying to remember other things. Set clock. So yeah, okay, I do have the clock in front of me. Alright, so it's like, that would be 5 o'clock, so it's about that time. I'm looking around up to 5:08. February 24th. Oops. 2023. And I'm going to wait to hit OK until exactly 5:08, because this is what we do. This is what we did on consoles. For all you youngins out there who've never had to do this, this is what we did on consoles that didn't automatically sync with the world clock. Like the Switch, it's luxurious. It just automatically syncs with the world clock. Back in the day when we had consoles like the GameCube and the PlayStation 2 and stuff like PlayStation 1, I don't know, did the PlayStation 1 have some kind of internal clock? I'm not totally sure, but the PlayStation 2 definitely did. We had to set the clock, and it was like a matter of, I think I've had this conversation on probably this Let's Play before, but you had to wait until you set it to the next minute up, and then you just stared intently at the clock, waiting for it to tick the next minute, and as soon as it did, you bam, right on there. That way, the clock in game is as close to real time, or whatever clock you had on you at the time, in the house. It was as accurate as humanly possible. So Dylan Fisher, I see in live chat. Hello, hello. All right, so I got some mail. Like I said, this is recorded live, so I'll be referring to live chat a bit here throughout the episodes this week. Letter to John from Ellie. Dear John, I know this is sudden, but I had to leave the village. I don't even remember you, Ellie. It's no hard feelings. It's been like half a year. You do you. I don't know if that's... I don't think that's today. Daisy... Wow, that's like a copy and pasted farewell letter. HRA. Do you pine for the rural simplicity of a remote cabin? With the cabin table, couch, bed, chair, wardrobe, clock, and bookcase, you'll be living the rustic life. And then Tom Nook. Amazing green table. So that's probably legit. That's probably actually today. There are so many weeds. There are going to be so many weeds. I already know. There's more weeds than there is grass. So definitely one of the priorities for today is going to be plucking weeds. And I still have, for future episodes, I still have plenty of bugs and fish to catch. So let's see how many actually. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 5 fish I still need to catch for my Critterpedia in this game and for my museum. And then as far as bugs go, we are just 3 away. I believe this is a scorpion. We're going to have some trouble finding that one. But yeah, we're 3 away. 3 away and 5 away. So 8 total creatures away from completing the Critterpedia here in the original Animal Crossing game. I'm super proud. The last live stream I did, it was like a char hunt. It was a spotlight on trying to conquer my Critterpedia and finally catch the char. And I actually finally did it. And Animal Crossing New Horizons in that moment became the first game, the first Animal Crossing game I, the Nintendo Beast, have ever successfully completed a Critterpedia. And me being like this huge Animal Crossing nut, like playing all 5 games, loving all 5 games. If I had to pick a game franchise that was my all-time favorite, it would be Animal Crossing. And so, like, it's weird for me to think, like, after all this time, after so many, like, hundreds, if not thousands of hours, I've sunk into pretty much each game now. Not just here on the channel, but, like, through my entire childhood, too. It's insane to me that New Horizons was the first Animal Crossing game where I actually completed my entire Critterpedia. And I'm not going to stop, obviously, these Let's Play series. I'm not going to stop until I complete the Critterpedia and the museum in all of the games. And in New Horizons, I still have artwork to collect, but artwork is a little bit easier to collect, at least in New Horizons, because there's Nookazon. And I have bought a couple of pieces of artwork, and I don't feel like that's cheating. because it's such, I mean, you're buying it anyway. It's not like you're doing anything skillful. No matter how you look at it, you're buying artwork, whether it's from, you know, Crazy Red, or it's from some random, you know, person on Nookazon. I don't really see that as, like, cutting corners. I mean, I see it as saving time, but I don't see it as cutting corners, I wouldn't say. Like, it's not cheating. Or, like, beating the system in any way. And I'm glad that there are a lot of things that where the internet kind of ruined Animal Crossing when it came to New Horizons. And maybe even a little bit New Leaf on 3DS, but very much so on New Horizons. The internet with Nookazon, it was like any item you found, it was no longer a matter of like, oh, I gotta wait until this really cool item comes in stock or whatever, or my friend sends me this really cool item. It was just like, you can go on Nookazon and get anything you want. And that kind of takes away from some of the fun gameplay. And I know I just kind of said that isn't the case as much with artwork. But the one thing I'm very, very happy that they kept the same is that you can't, like, give somebody fish or bugs. So there's still an element. I wish they didn't get away from upgrading your store, your museum, that kind of thing. I guess the museum you didn't really upgrade ever. But like the Nook store, I wish there was more to it. Like you could upgrade, like every game up until New Horizons, for anybody who's not familiar, and every Animal Crossing game up until New Horizons, Nook's Cranny was like the starter store, and you worked there and you built your way up from there. So as you can see, this was Nook's Cranny. Now it's Nook Way, and it goes all the way up until you have Nookingtons. I believe Nookingtons is in this game as well. But yeah, it goes all the way up until you have Nookingtons, which is this massive multi-level department store, basically. Yeah, it's just, I wish they didn't get away from that, because there are so few things that are still like, oh, like a crowning achievement in Animal Crossing. New Horizons, I should say. Like, having the biggest house was something that you could be proud of, because it means you sank time in and you got the biggest house. Having a lot of money, same thing. Having the biggest and most elaborate storefront was something, because it was like, you couldn't buy that. The only way to get the next biggest store was to buy or sell, like spend money or time inside your store, like buying or selling things. And when you hit certain caps, they upgraded the store for you. And like that was a thing that was like, it was a determination of how much time you've sank into the game, and it was like, oh man, I'm at Nookingtons now. CSAP, hello, welcome to the live chat. Says, dang, I would stay, but I'm high rounding in COD Zombies right now. I'll be back when I finish. No worries. In City Folk, it's all preference on what you want. If you want to stay open for longer, or have less items, or more items with less hours. Right. So I believe that started in City Folk. In Animal Crossing City Folk, it might have been in Wild World. I'm not totally sure on that. But once you reach Nookingtons, I think it was always, like, Nook asks you the question. He's like, which do you prefer? Is it more about long hours, or is it more about item diversity? And if you said, like, large variety or item diversity or whatever, then it would upgrade to Nookingtons. Otherwise, it would stay the same, or it might downgrade to a different size. It was all dependent, like CSEP said in chat, on, like, what your preferred play style was. And in New Horizons, that's not the case anymore, which is kind of unfortunate. And that was a shame. And the same thing with New Leaf, they didn't get rid of it. Like Main Street, a lot of the stores, I still don't even have Katrina's shop on my Main Street. And it's because I just haven't patronized her enough in the game. And when I was younger, when I was playing it, I didn't realize that's how you unlocked different stores on Main Street. But yeah, so it was like, you had to interact with certain characters to technically, like, beat the game in that way. And in New Horizons, the only real metric where you have to complete things. I guess you have the Nook Mile stamp things, but like nobody really looks at those. You know what I mean? Nobody really takes those seriously outside of just like earning money for Nook Miles ticket or Nook points, for Nook Miles tickets, and the such. But outside of that, it's just your museum, and like specifically, not even the fossil wing. The fossil wing you can buy your way. The art wing you can buy your way. It's just about catching all the fish and bugs, and there are modders out there. I don't know if they can mod their Critterpedias. I imagine they could. Like somebody came into one of my live streams once in New Horizons and modded and gave me the fish and the bugs that I needed, and that's how I completed my museum wings, but it didn't actually count towards my Critterpedia, which I'm thankful for, because like City Folk is a game that I modded a lot in, and there are elements that I kind of shot myself in the foot, because going back I'm just like, oh wow, I wish I would have spent the time to do that rather than just, you know, modding my way to have all this money and whatever. Like now in City Folk I have like infinite money, but yeah, it is what it is. I'm not mad at it, and there's still plenty to do in City Folk. As you see, the Let's Play series is still going very strong. I still haven't completed my Critterpedia. There's a lot to do, which we'll see a little bit later. If I can pluck all these weeds by the end of this Let's Play episode, I am going to be stoked. That will be good enough for me. And then next week we can jump back into conquering some Critterpedia stuff. C-Sip says, LOL, I remember that from the live stream. The modder, he would walk and money would drop on the ground behind him. Yeah, it was insanity. What's crazy is, like, I didn't even realize, honestly, I didn't even realize that, like, that level of modding was even around on the Switch. So, like, back in the day, I modded my Wii, and it was, like, you know, the homebrew channel. I think I have a video somewhere on my channel about how to, I don't know if it's still applicable to Nintendo Wii consoles anymore, but, like, how to install the homebrew channel and all that good stuff. And I used that for, like, the AC Edit, AC Toolkit, whatever, to mod Animal Crossing City Folk. And I used to mod a little bit with that, and I kind of got away from that. I did mod my Nintendo 3DS, but only because I had to get the Animal Crossing New Leaf. I didn't have to, but I wanted to get the Animal Crossing New Leaf save data off of my 3DS and load it into the Citra emulator, which I now, you know, use for my Let's Play series. I had to do that, and the only way to get save data off of your 3DS, at least the original 3DS model that I have, was to mod it. So, you know. C-Sip says, welcome to gardening with the Nintendo Beast, 1 hour special. Indeed. Yeah, this is all, I mean, this is part of the game, though, right? This is part of the allure of the game. Just, I mean, right now it's just chit-chatting and pulling weeds. Also, let me know, since this is a live stream, and my configuration's a little bit different than it used to be in my Let's Play episodes. Let me know in live chat what the audio situation is like, if you can't hear the game audio enough, if you hear it too much, etc. I also apologize in case there's any kind of ruckus. I know there were just some sirens that went by. I have to have my window open because it's like scalding hot in here. C-Sep says it sounds great. Awesome. It's always weird because when I'm recording these gameplays, Because the GameCube and the Wii, their audio levels that they put out are just so high. Like every other like modern game console, the Switch, the Xbox Series X, Xbox One, even the Wii U, like all those other, they're kind of like uniform in audio levels. And then for some reason, the Wii, the N64, GameCube, I don't know if it's the consoles themselves, if it's because it's different output, if it's the upscaler that I run them through that's doing it. I don't know what the deal is, but they're just crazy loud in comparison. They just come in really, really hot, and I don't really know why, but I have to adjust the audio for that every time I record from a different console, which is kind of frustrating, but 'tis what it is. But yeah, like I was saying, I'm really glad that they left that element, in the game for New Horizons, and I'm disappointed that that's the only real metric that you can demonstrate, like, oh, I sank this much time into it. Like, I guess terraforming is also one of those things, but I don't know. It's not even, like, a lot of the terraforming, like, it's not original. It's like, oh, I looked online and I found this person that did this, so I did it too. And then people are really down about their islands. They're just like, oh, my island looks like crap. And it's like, why do you say that? I think it looks great. And they're like, I don't know, I've seen other people's islands. And it's like, stop comparing. That's weird. I mean, it's not weird. I understand. I've done it too. And I resist the urge to kind of verbally crap on my own island. But it's the same kind of deal. It's like looking at social media and seeing other people and what they post of themselves on social media and getting like either jealous or feeling lesser about yourself because of social media. And I think we've had this conversation on the Animal Crossing Let's Plays at some point too. But it's the same kind of deal, you know. It's like, it's all about comparing to other people on the internet, and that's one of the reasons that New Horizons just didn't quite jive with me at first. Is jive the right word to use? I don't know. But it's one of the reasons, because it just felt like I didn't feel like I was competing with my friends to like unlock things first, and it didn't feel like I was competing with or just like kind of relaxing. Like, there are two different ways to play it, right? There's the competition style where you're trying to beat your friends to like unlock certain things or find certain items or whatever, or make a certain amount of money. And then there's just the relaxed, chilled way where it's just like you just play it as the game comes to you, and you just enjoy every second of it. And I try to go for kind of both. Like, back in the day, I used to go for the competition style. Now I'm and that includes time traveling and stuff like that. To different holidays to make money, to get certain items, etc. But now I try to take it as much as possible, just as it comes to me, which I think is much more relaxing, and I enjoy that play style better. But also, I just feel like I do have a little bit of, I do and will have a little bit of nostalgia for Animal Crossing New Horizons, especially down the road, I imagine, like 5-10 years down the road. But every time I boot it up now, I still have a little bit of nostalgia because it released during the pandemic, and it was like such an integral part of my life and so many people's life. It was like the foundation game that got this channel back up and running. Like, for anybody who doesn't know, I started this YouTube channel, the Nintendo Beast, where like I was probably like 13 years old maybe when I started the channel, and then I got back on the channel I think like 10 years later. I was like 20 or 23, I guess I was, right? Back in 2020. Something like that. But yeah, like, New Horizons was one of the integral games that was just like, I got back into the channel, I got back into gaming, New Horizons was the thing. I ended up with lots of free time due to the quarantine. I really started growing the channel. I found a really awesome audience, like a lot of you who are in live chat right now. CSEP, Dylan Fisher, a bunch of other people who are in my Discord server. I see CSEP says it that the YouTube bot in Discord didn't make a notification when I started streaming. Does it ever? I know it notifies everybody when I upload new video content, but I don't know if it does for live streams. I might have to reconfigure that. I might definitely have to reconfigure it, but I might have to reconfigure it for that purpose. But yeah, I think even now, like, I boot up Animal Crossing New Horizons, and I remember the excitement starting that Let's Play series, and I remember the excitement of doing live streams here on the channel with it, and just like, and the really cool people I've met along the way, both in-game, well, yeah, in-game, in stream, etc. I feel like I'm using the word etc. a lot lately, or a lot today, but anyway. Yeah, so I think for that reason, I'm definitely going to have some really happy, nostalgic memories for that game, and I think a lot of people will feel the same way. And I mean, the game is dead from a perspective of like, oh yeah, nobody's really streaming it, not a lot of people are doing Let's Plays anymore, I guess. But I still love the game. I'm going to continue playing it. Especially with the 2.0 update, now that it finally feels like a real complete game. And then with the Happy Home Paradise DLC as well. You know, I dig it, and I'm not going to stop playing it. Just like, I mean, this game is dead for sure, right? 2001 this game came out, 2001, 2002. And here I am playing it in 2023. You know, like, nobody's streaming Animal Crossing anymore on GameCube. I mean, somebody somewhere probably is. I am right now, as we speak. But, like, nobody's playing this game anymore. For all intents and purposes, this game is dead too. But, like, that's... A dead game is subjective. Unless it's entirely online based and they pull the servers down and there's no way to play it, then I guess, in my mind, a game's not dead. If there's a way to play it and you have fun doing it, then the game's not dead, at least not for you. And that's how I feel about the entire Animal Crossing franchise. It's how I feel about like a lot of people. I know I just did jokingly, I did like a wellness check video on Mario Strikers Battle League on Switch that came out less than a year ago. All the updates are already out for it, and for all intents and purposes, that game is considered dead in a lot of ways too. It's no longer being taken seriously, or as seriously as it was. It's not being streamed as much, and that's just, you know, that comes with the territory. Eventually, especially once you cease support for a game, you kind of stop seeing those numbers climb. The numbers kind of plateau, and then they fall off. But I don't know. I'm going to keep playing New Horizons. I'm going to keep playing Animal Crossing here on GameCube. I'm going to keep playing City Folk, Wild World, New Leaf. If a game is fun and I enjoy playing it, it's going to be here on the channel, assuming it's Nintendo. If it's not Nintendo, then, you know, ends up on my Pause Games channel. But the same concept applies. It's all for the love of gaming. Like, that's love of the art form of game development, love of, you know, just the entertainment value and the pop culture value of gaming. I love it all, and that's why I'm here. CSEP in chat says, yeah, New Horizons saved a lot of people in the pandemic. That's what I'm saying. It was a lifesaver. It was such a relaxing thing. I mean, could you imagine, on the same day, March 20th, 2020, Doom Eternal released. Can you imagine if everybody, instead of picking up the controller and playing New Horizons, every single person picked up a controller and played Doom Eternal? You know how angry people would be? Like, we would just have the most aggressive group of quarantined people ever. There'd be, like, murder. There'd be homicides in their homes. Like, it would just be... Like, I was the one that played both. Like, I played Doom Eternal, and it's great. It's a great game. It's a lot of fun. But it's a very aggressive, strenuous game also. And, like, New Horizons they were literally polar opposites, and I think they balanced each other out quite beautifully. I don't know if the target audience is even remotely the same. Like, I might be one of the very few that have played both Animal Crossing New Horizons to the extent that I have, as well as playing Doom Eternal all the way from, I'll say, from cover to cover, from title screen to end credits. But yeah, I feel like, in fairness, the target audience overlap for those two games is probably pretty slim, but I don't know. Both amazing games. I highly recommend both of them. Oh my god. Alright. How long has it been? It's been just under 30 minutes. I'm getting exhausted picking all these weeds. I remember. Does anybody else remember in the heat of the pandemic, Nintendo was still advertising the Switch, and people were getting mad at them? It was like Karens, I assume. But people were getting mad at Nintendo because they weren't producing enough Switches to like meet demand, and it was like, where have you been? The Nintendo Switch has been on the market for like, at that point, like, what, 3 years? 4 years? I'm trying to think. When did the Switch come out? Was it 2016? I think it was 2016 that the Switch came out. So at that point, it had been on the console for like 4 years. Or it had been on the market, sorry. The console had been on the market for like 4 years. And it's like, there has never been a shortage up until this point because of the pandemic and because so many people are trying to get into gaming to pass the time and to stay quarantined and what have you. And it was like, how dare you, Karen, go after Nintendo? Like, there have been ample numbers of Switches on the shelves. There was nothing stopping you from buying one for the past 4 years, and now you want to complain at the company as if it's their fault that suddenly there's a spike in sales. Like, they're stoked about it, but it's not their fault. And it's certainly not their fault that manufacturing dropped off during the pandemic either, because there were no Karens in the factories to make other Karens Switch consoles. Anyway, I digress. I digress from the Karen shaming. So in live chat, CSEP says, I wish they would remaster an Animal Crossing game on the Switch. The only thing we have seen close to a remaster is City Folk, kinda being a remaster of Wild World and Wild World on the Wii U. So, well, first of all, Wild World on the Wii U isn't a remaster in any way. It's literally like a direct port. It's just like an emulator. It's just an emulator for Virtual Console. I don't know if they actually did anything to the game other than just ported it to the Wii U. The graphics certainly don't look any better than they did on the 3DS or on the DS. Sorry. But with that said, what do you think? Do you think there's a chance we see another Animal Crossing game on the Switch? That's kind of what because I mean, let's be real, like I never expected to see another Splatoon game on the Switch. I really didn't. I thought the era of the Nintendo Switch was kind of coming to an end. It would make sense, like, people were speculating the Switch Pro a year ago, even 2 years ago. People were speculating the next in line console from Nintendo, and, you know, I don't know. Like, I wasn't expecting to see a Splatoon 3, at least not on Switch, because Splatoon 2 was on Switch, and it seemed like Splatoon 2 was performing pretty well. And then they announced Splatoon 3, and obviously Splatoon 3 is out now, and it's great, and yada yada yada, but like, I'm just curious, like, how long do you think the Nintendo Switch era is going to keep going on? And with that said, do you think it's going to be long enough that we see another Animal Crossing game? CSEP says the Switch has another few years left in its life cycle. That's what I'm saying. Do you think... So it's been 3 years, almost 3 years, since Animal Crossing New Horizons released. I'm curious, with the huge success of New Horizons, I'm curious if we'll see another Animal Crossing title. If Nintendo has at least another 3 years on the timeline, it seems like 3 years was the life cycle, maybe a little bit shorter, of Animal Crossing New Horizons as far as updates go. So if Nintendo speculates at least another 3 years of life in the Switch, which I don't think is unreasonable at this point, I'm curious if they would consider, or if they are considering, developing another Animal Crossing game for the Switch. And then the Switch would become the first console to have multiple Animal Crossing games. Like a, first party. Not first party, sorry. They're all first party, obviously. But like not ports, like original mainline Animal Crossing games. Because obviously we had a couple on the 3DS. We had Happy Home Designer. We had New Leaf. I guess that was the only two, right? And around the same time, there was Amiibo Festival on the Wii U. Wild World was ported to the Wii U Virtual Console. I don't know. It's something to ponder, I would say. And I wouldn't be mad at it. I'd be intrigued. I would be intrigued. I think... Oh, boy. We're bullying each other. I would be intrigued to see how they would bring it together with New Horizons, though. I think it would be weird to not somehow have it correspond with New Horizons. I think it would be cool to, like, oh, it's time for your villager from New Horizons to move to, I don't know, a new town. You know what I mean? And then you carry your character over and some of your items, but then there's like a whole new catalog of items and a whole new catalog of, I don't know, bugs, fish, whatever. I don't know. I think it would also be interesting. It would be difficult for them to do that unless it was like a spin-off game and not a mainline Animal Crossing game. If we see another, like Happy Home Paradise is the equivalent of Happy Home Designer, but on Switch compared to the 3DS. So we already saw that, and that was DLC. So I would be more inclined to assume that we would see, if anything, we would see a new paid DLC for New Horizons before we'd see a full new Animal Crossing game on the Switch. Because, like, we just got done completing our Critterpedias. You know what I mean? Like, I literally just got done. But, like, if it's going to be a mainline game with a very similar... Unless they, like I said, completely revamp the, like, expand on the Critterpedia and pick out, like, entirely new bugs. But the thing with the mainline Animal Crossing games is the Critterpedia has always been relatively the same. They just add more every time. So, like, the Critterpedia for bugs and fish and deep sea fish, in New Horizons, like, pretty much all of these fish and pretty much all of these bugs are in it, plus, like, you know, like, double the amount. Like, a bunch of other ones are introduced as well. So, you know, it'd be difficult to be like, oh, yeah, new mainline Animal Crossing game, we added 10 fish and 10 bugs, and that's justifiable to go out, buy this new game, and... I mean, I would do it, don't get me wrong, in a heartbeat, but, like, go out, buy this new game, and then catch the 100 bugs and fish you already just caught, in basically the same manner, the same graphics, like visual level, that kind of thing. So it'd be, I don't know. They would have to do more than they did with Splatoon 3. Like, I feel like Splatoon 3 is in a lot of ways the same as Splatoon 2, but with some cool new features. Like, obviously, the tricolor Splatfest battles and stuff like that. Outside of that, the gameplay is very much the same. Some new guns, that kind of thing, and new weapons, but new maps. But Animal Crossing is kind of a different breed of game. You know, it's like if you look at City Folk and then the Wii, or you look at Wild World and the Wii's City Folk, those are almost identical games. Almost, I said it. But they're near identical games to each other, and they kind of came out in the same generation, you know? Of course, one was portable, or handheld, and one was home console, but so it wouldn't be quite the same dynamic if two games released in the same kind of era on the Switch. I don't know. I would even be stoked. I would pay for a paid Animal Crossing 3.0 DLC, with just quality of life upgrades and like an expanded museum and expanded Critterpedia. I think that'd be so sick. And I think they could definitely facilitate that. It would be so... I feel like it'd be such an easy thing, and it would get a lot of people back on board. Like, I feel like a lot of people still own New Horizons, so it wouldn't be a stretch to, like, just send out a DLC. Like, that's what a DLC is for. Additional content. You pay a paid DLC, charge $25 or whatever, you know? And just expand every facet of the game. And if you're content with the base game, that's fine. If you want to expand and go, you know, full out, like all out with it, you can. So rather than, you know, developing an entirely new game and charging $60 for it, charge $25 and do half the effort. And just make it a big old paid DLC that just kind of fits on top of the existing base game. I'd be so on board for that. And then Animal Crossing New Horizons 4.0 in a year or two, where it's the same thing. You pay another $25. And you get an even bigger Critterpedia and even more upgrades. Nook's Cranny, like you bring back that kind of upgradable house, like, or not house, you know what I mean? Bigger houses. You could build a freaking mansion out of your house with the DLC, or you can get indestructible tools in the DLC. You know, those kinds of things. It would be such an easy thing to just add to the game, I feel like. Additional multiplayer functionality. Tortimer's Island. I don't know. These are just the things that I would love to see, and I would love if Nintendo actually took my opinion seriously, but who cares about me, right? Who cares about me and my opinion? But I don't know. I just think there's still a lot of room for Animal Crossing on the Switch. And now that Splatoon 3, which was, everybody was like, oh, Animal Crossing New Horizons is dead because the same development team that did Animal Crossing New Horizons is now working on Splatoon 3. And I feel like now that Splatoon 3 is done and released, I mean, DLC for it, yeah, but like, now that the core game is complete and on the market, I think we could absolutely see more Animal Crossing on the Switch. But I don't know what that looks like. I don't know if it's reasonable to expect, or not even expect, but, you know, hope for, wish for, maybe. I don't know. So let me know in the comments, in live chat, in the comments, wherever you're watching this. Let me know what you think about the prospect of a new Animal Crossing game coming to Switch. And I guess I should have had this conversation during the New Horizons, you know, portion, Let's Play episode. And maybe we'll revisit the topic, I don't know. But I think we're just about done pulling weeds, man. This is great. We're almost clear. I think this might be the last weed. That might be wishful. Nope, I lied. I was gonna say, that might be wishful thinking. It's definitely wishful thinking. I think one place that I didn't pick any weeds yet is like over in this area over here. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, no. All right, so we have one small-ish region left of weeds before we're done picking the weeds here today. The sun is setting. The sun is setting, and it is time to stop picking weeds and move on with our lives. William in chat, hello, welcome. I'm almost done picking weeds. Almost done picking weeds, just in time for the end of the Let's Play episode to come. But the music. The music in Animal Crossing, you could be doing something as ridiculously tedious as just plucking weeds, and somehow it's still the most relaxing thing ever, because it's Animal Crossing. And the Animal Crossing soundtrack is just so beautiful. Every single one of them is just so relaxing and just individually magnificent. Okay. Let me run down here. We're almost done, I swear. And then it's just like on to picking weeds in the next Animal Crossing. But at least now we're keeping up on it. We're back to weekly Let's Play episodes here on Animal Crossing, on all 5 Animal Crossing games. So we'll be on top of it. We're back in the game. I think that might... I don't even want to say it this time, because I said that last time. I said I think that might be it. And then that was proven to be a lie. Yup, and that was a lie as well. Okay, this time for realsies. This time for real. We might be close to being done. What about over here? Did I already do this? I forget. Okay, good. Yes. Oh, good. So it was actually an even smaller plot of land than I hadn't picked yet. Than I had anticipated. We're good. All right, so this has been Animal Crossing on GameCube. And, yeah. Like I said, I'm recording this live. So, I think it's the first time I've ever recorded live Let's Play episodes in all of the Animal Crossing games. So, that's kind of exciting. So, for everybody who's watching this as a video on demand, thank you so much for watching. And, I'll talk to you guys next week. For everybody who's here live, stay tuned. I'm going to sign off of Animal Crossing population growing here on GameCube real quick. Switch it over to Wild World on DS, and I'll be back in a minute. Well, before I said I'll be back in a minute, let me make sure I have everything queued up here in the stream. Yeah, I'll be right back. Whoopsie daisy. There we go. Let's see. Let's see if we can get this up here now. So I apologize, having some issues, some technical difficulties. Let me put and there we go. Okay, it's live. Anything could happen, right? So let me bump the audio back up to maybe there. Okay. I think we're good to rock and roll here. Oh man, the stylus is missing from my... Oh boy. My Wii U gamepad is missing the stylus. Alright, so for anybody who's just joining us, welcome to the live stream here. We're tackling all 5 Animal Crossing main games. We just got done with Animal Crossing Population Growing on GameCube. We picked a whole buttload of weeds, and just, you know, general chit-chat, just relaxing. So now we're jumping into Wild World here on the Nintendo DS, as emulated on the Wii U Virtual Console. Let me start this recording here. Okay, I think we're good to go. And I'm actually recording episodes of my 5 Animal Crossing ongoing Let's Play series live here on the channel. So let's jump in here to Animal Crossing Wild World on Nintendo DS. Let me continue. I think this is another one where I'm gonna have to change the date and time. Reset clock. I'm not. It looked like it was a bright, sunshiny day, and that's probably incorrect. Oh, you know what? It's not that far off, but it is definitely not 10 a.m. 24th. It is 5. Whoopsie daisy. 5. And we'll do 56 because it's 55. And we wait until the minute of before we hit confirm here. And boom, there we go. Not too bad. Is there anything else I can do for you? I don't think so. I think that's it. Give us a call anytime you need us. Alrighty, let me roll out of bed real quick, prepare Domoberg, and let's get started, shall we? CSEP in live chat says, I remember I started a new town on this game, and I was on vacation. The first fish I caught was a coelacanth. Really? I remember in City Folk, I was so stoked, and I think I told this story before at some point. But I was so excited when I caught a coelacanth, and then I accidentally released it. And it was the most gut-wrenching feeling I've ever felt in my entire life. It still keeps me up at night. No, it doesn't. It doesn't keep me up at night anymore, but it still does haunt me a little bit. I still have that. I still can, like, recall that what a gut-wrenching feeling that was as a kid. So there's that. But anyway, into Animal Crossing Wild World here on DS. As you can see, many a weed. Many a weed. Oh, what's in my pocket? I've got a tarantula, 2 crawfish, a stag beetle, an arapaima, a scarab beetle, and an elephant beetle. So I got a good amount of money in my pocket is what I'm reading in there. Okay, so now I got to remember the controls in on the Wii U gamepad. Again, I am recording all these Let's Play episodes live this week, so anybody in the live chat, let me know what the audio sounds like, since I do have to adjust it as I go for the different consoles. So it's gonna be, I feel like we're gonna just pick a lot of weeds today. This game, it doesn't feel like there are quite as many. Isn't there a way to cheat and get all the weeds picked automatically? the Wild World and City Folk soundtrack is and probably always will be my absolute favorite. It's just, I don't know. I think it's the accordions. And there's a lack of accordion. There's one hourly song in New Horizons that features like a glimpse of an accordion. But it just isn't quite the same. If they came out with a remaster of City Folk, I would be willing to pay my life savings for it. Like, just bring back City Folk with Switch Online capabilities, and it's just all over for me. That's like my entire life. Like, I will start a cult. I will dedicate my life to that game. In like HD, with some additional bells and whistles, bring back the City Folk soundtrack. Oh my god. I can almost picture them doing like a remaster of the original on GameCube. Just because now they're doing like the Metroid Prime remastered game. Well, they just released it actually. I still have to get my hands on a copy. Woohoo! A lucky clover. Dylan Fisher in chat says, I like the soundtrack in City Folk. I agree. It's my favorite. It's just, I don't know. It is purely nostalgia for me. Just like, this was my childhood. Animal Crossing City Folk on Wii was my childhood. And I just have so many fond memories of that game throughout my childhood, and the soundtrack to City Folk feels like there are glimpses of, they're just like small things, and they're almost all video games, which is weird. Maybe that's why I love video games as much as I do, even as an adult. And the same thing with like movies. I'm a big movie guy. And they're just small things that are like so insignificant to people, but that just like give me such incredible nostalgic feelings. Like, as far as games go, like Club Penguin. I don't know if any of you are old enough to have experienced the true blue Club Penguin back in the day. Back when before it was owned by Disney. Back when it was on miniclip.com. And it was like the biggest thing on Miniclip, and it was like the biggest thing ever. I mean, there are other elements of my childhood that just like don't resonate. I mean, it's still like, oh, you remember that? But like, there were just sections, like, again, mostly games and movies, but like, I would say even mostly games. Like, there are certain movies that I've always loved, and still love. But like, Animal Crossing City Folk is one. Club Penguin is another. I don't know. I'm trying to think of what other incredible games there were back in the day. I mean, Pokemon Stadium 1 and 2, Pokemon Snap. I mean, I got my start in gaming on the N64. Sonic Adventure Director's Cut on GameCube. Sonic Adventure 2 Battle. The Chow Gardens. The Chow Gardens in Sonic Adventure 1 and 2. Man, dude. Those were where it was at. That is like, I would run home from elementary school and just sink so much time in. Like, we'd go over to my grandma's house and I would take my chows I'd have the connector cable that connected my Game Boy Advance SP, because I never had the original Game Boy Advance. I got the Game Boy Advance SP at some point in my life, and I would just migrate my Chow from my GameCube onto my SP. And I would, like, take it over to my grandma's house, and everybody would be like, John, what are you doing? Aren't you going to pay attention and spend time with your family? And it's like, no. You don't understand. If my Game Boy goes into sleep mode or whatever, or if I close the little... Because it was like a little mini laptop, if anybody's not familiar with the Game Boy Advance SP. I don't know what the SP stands for, to be honest. But, yeah, if you close that lid, man, it was literally like, it would put the console into sleep mode or whatever, and then your chow was gone, and your progress was gone. And it was like, no, I'm babysitting my chow right now. It was like a Tamagotchi type of thing. And I was like, no, I can't afford to. It's crunch time. I'm gonna be racing this chow in a little bit when I get home. So like, I can't, you know, I gotta boost his stats. I don't even remember what you could actually do. I don't think you could do all that much. When you ship, it was just like the coolest thing ever, though. Like, technologically advanced. It felt so technologically advanced to just connect your Game Boy to your GameCube for a minute. And next thing you know, you have, like, you watch your chow in game on the GameCube, and next thing you know, it's on this little handheld device that you could take in the car with you. Like, it was the most exciting freaking thing ever, dude. C-Sub says, sounds like you learned how to parent when you were 9. Yeah, man, the Chow Gardens. No, you don't learn how to parent with the Chow Gardens. You're throwing eggs at the wall and stuff. Like, it's brutal. It's a brutal game. And then it's like the competition. I mean, I guess for some parents that's real. But like, people who like force their kids into sports, that's how the Chow Gardens is. Because you like breed these chow specifically to perform better, and you combine them with different animals you collect throughout the game so that they can swim better. You connect them with seals and whatever, and penguins, or if like you can connect them with bird, like not breed them with birds, that's weird, but like connect them, like have them hold and interact with these birds, so that they can fly faster or whatever. I don't know if they can actually fly. I don't know. It's been a minute since I really spent any time in the Chow Gardens, I'll be honest, but yeah, it was legendary though. It was just the greatest time. And that was all GameCube era stuff, like Mario Kart Double Dash. Oh boy. That's one game on GameCube that I don't currently own a physical copy of, and I regret it. I need to get a copy of that. But I know as soon as I get my hands on a copy of Double Dash, it's all downhill from there. All my Let's Play series go out the window, and I'm just Mario Kart Double Dashing it all day, every day on my channel. Alrighty. C-Sep says in chat, I never played Double Dash, but I played Mario Kart Wii for all my childhood. So Mario Kart Wii was another one, though. I have some fun memories from Mario Kart Wii. So I remember, I think Mario Kart Wii came out just shortly after I didn't pre-order my Wii, so a friend of mine got the Wii, like, at release date. I think his mom worked for, like, QVC, like the home, not the home shopping network, but, you know, because that's HSN, but, you know, their rival, I guess. I think it's QVC. Which is, again, it's just a channel where you shop on TV. And so they were able, I think that's how they got it. I'm not totally sure. I assume that's how they probably got it, but they were able to secure a Wii, like, early. Unless, for some reason, they pre-ordered it. I don't know. It's not important. But, so for my Wii, I struggled for like a year and a half to get this Wii. So it was supposed to be a Christmas present, but then my parents couldn't get a hold of one, right? So they got me a couple Wii games, and which were, I believe, Super Monkey Ball Banana Blitz, Cars, the video game, like from the movie, the Pixar movie, and I want to say Spider-Man 3 was also one of those, like, starter games. But I know it was for sure Super Monkey Ball Banana Blitz and Cars. Both of which I have some nostalgic value for as well, obviously. But yeah, so I think Mario Kart Wii came out shortly after I got my hands on my own Wii, which is still the Wii that I play today. I'm sad that I sold my GameCube at one point and had to buy a new one. Like, it would be cool to have the original, and I think my sister has my original N64. I don't really remember. I have 2 N64s here, though. But regardless, we never had a memory card for the N64, though, so we never saved any kind of progress on anything. So, like, imagine trying to beat Donkey Kong 64 in a single sitting. Like, we wouldn't turn the console off. We would just, like, run to eat lunch, or run to eat dinner, and just leave the TV and the console on. It was like, don't turn it off! The second we... Like, we just had no grasp of memory cards or saving back in the day. Like, I remember playing a game on PlayStation 2. It was called, Stitch. It was like a Lilo and Stitch game. But it was called Stitch Experiment 626, and it was super, super fun. But we didn't have a memory card, so we would just, like, before Sunday school every day, like, we would go to, like, the CCD Sunday school thing in the evenings, and I would have friends over, and we would just blitz from start to finish, like, to the point where, like, we knew all the opening levels, so we could blast through them real quick, and then every weekend, we would just get a little bit farther, and then we'd restart, like, all over again, as if that was, like, a thing that was necessary. But yeah, so Mario Kart, I keep getting off on tangents. Mario Kart Wii came out just after I got my Wii, and I remember going to Game Crazy. If anybody's familiar with Game Crazy, it's like a game store like GameStop, or it used to be, I should say. But it was attached to, like, Hollywood Video movie rental stores, which again might be a little bit before the time of a lot of my viewing audience here, but yeah, it was Game Crazy was always tethered to a Hollywood Video store, and I remember going in there, and I was like, "Hey, do you guys have copies of Mario Kart Wii?" And I remember this terrible woman, right? She was like, I don't know why she worked in a game store. She was just miserable all the time. And she was like we were in there, me and a couple of buddies of mine were in there so frequently, we'd, like, just walk there after school. We were in Game Crazy so frequently that we started to know everybody there. And the same could be said for, like, our local GameStop for a little while, before GameStop got really blah, as it is today, in my opinion. But yeah, like, this one terrible lady, she was like, yeah, we have a couple copies in stock, but just so you're aware, you should really pre-order games, because we're not gonna have games like this in the future. Like, you're just lucky that we have a couple copies extra. And it was like, as I got older, I realized how stupid of a statement that was. Like, at least for, like, a game like Mario Kart Wii. If it was, like, some kind of obscure JRPG and you didn't pre-order it, like, yeah, okay. There are some more obscure games where, like, the only copies of the game that a physical GameStop gets are based on how many pre-orders they get, right? So if it's some kind of obscure JRPG where, like, they don't anticipate selling any, and there are 3 pre-orders, well, then odds are that store might get, like, either 3 just to cover the pre-orders that are on site, or they'll just, like, they'll get, like, maybe, like, 4 or 5 or something just barely over the, but, like, a first-party game like Mario Kart Wii, that game would never be in shortage. Like, Nintendo would just never allow that to happen. Like, that just doesn't even make sense. You know what I mean? Like, it's Nintendo, and it's Mario Kart Wii. So, like, as I got older, I was like, that lady was just the worst. Not only is she either a liar or knows nothing about games, but also, like, you know, it's just, like, why you gotta have that attitude? You're dealing with literal children, and, like, talking about video games. It's just not that serious. Like, if anybody in the world would take video games seriously, it would be me, okay? Like, I make part of my living from video games. I'm very passionate about video games, the video game industry, video games in general, the art form, developing, and I'm very passionate about all of this. So if anybody would take video games seriously, it would be me, right? And I mean, not just me, like I'm not the most serious gamer ever, but like if anybody was to take this seriously and just be like, hey, don't downplay the quality or like the importance of video game and pop culture and in our society, right? It would be me. And yet, like, even I am just like, dude, calm down, lady. They're video games. It's Mario Kart Wii. It's not that serious. You know what I mean? Like, don't freak out on a literal child who wants to pick up a copy of the latest freaking Super Mario game. Like, calm down, dude. I just want to go and steer with my hands. Like, just like let me be a child and stop being a terrible person. Oh my god. C-Step says it's crazy to think there are more Mario Kart Wiis and Wii Sports than actual Wii consoles because of the fact that Wii consoles break. Yeah, I don't know. I've had my Wii for... I mean, it's definitely worse for the wear. The little plastic cover that goes over the GameCube controller input. I lost that somewhere along the way. I mean, it's been 2 different moves, and like, I even at one point I still have it, but at one point I had set up in my parents' car. It has like a little sensor bar and a little screen mounted, and you could like stick it to the headrest of the seat in front of you. Oopsie daisy, didn't mean to do that. But that was I didn't mean to do that either. But that was a super cool thing. Like, you could make your Wii portable, and that was like, I don't know how many times I've actually used it, but like, I think I found it on eBay, and I was like, that's a super awesome accessory to have. And I think I used it more like just in my bedroom, like folding it open like a laptop and just playing it in bed. Rather than like having it set up on a TV somewhere, like in the living room or something. But that was also part of my childhood. And then at some point I got a projector screen in my bedroom because, again, being a movie buff, I was like, I love the whole cinematic experience. And I've had a movie theater or a projector and a projector screen ever since then. First projector was the Tiger Electronics Zoom box. It was like $100. It was like the most kid-friendly, like, do you want to play video games on your wall? Let's do it. Like, standard definition garbage. Looked terrible. Was super dark, so like if there was any light in the room, you couldn't see the screen. It was not a consumer-friendly product by any means, but it got the job done. As long as the room was like pitch black, which it never was in my case. But yeah, I set up like basically back when there was Call of Duty Modern Warfare Reflex Edition on the Wii. I set up like a virtual reality shooting range, which was pretty cool. Like, I had the Wii Zapper, and like I had this massive screen in front of me, surround sound around me, and I would just like aim at the screen, have the sensor bar right in front of the screen, so I could just like aim at it, and it was so much fun. It was so much fun, and I want to get back to that. I want to set up. I have a projector screen now. It's 4K, so it'd probably look. The quality, like the graphics on a Wii on 4K are probably so trash. But I would just be interested to see it. And try to play Call of Duty on it. I don't even know, Wii Connect 24, or should I say Reconnect 24. I know Wii Connect 24 is obviously down, and Reconnect 24, I don't know. I don't know if there are any lobbies like Call of Duty Modern Warfare Reflex Edition lobbies that are still online. Like via private servers or whatever. I have to check that out sometime. But, because I do plan on playing some City Folk online in future live streams as well. So, back to the old modded Nintendo Wii. But I was actually watching on social media the other day. I saw some video of like the top selling games of all time, and obviously the first gen Pokemon games were up there. Tetris was up there. All kinds of things were up there, and Wii Sports came up on the list, and I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know how I feel about Wii Sports being ranked among the top selling games. Because quite frankly, the only reason it's up there is because it came bundled with the Wii consoles. Like every new Wii came with Wii Sports. So can we really say that that's like a high-selling game? Because nobody bought the Wii for Wii Sports. They bought the Wii for a number of games, including Wii Sports. But like there are people that bought a Switch to play Animal Crossing New Horizons, for example, or Mario Kart 8 Deluxe during the pandemic, right? And even to this day, they buy a Switch for one or two of the games, and then they enjoy the entire library that's available to them. But nobody looked for... Nobody bought a Wii just to play Wii Sports. It just didn't happen. You know what I mean? So who's to say those sales would have gone anywhere for Wii Sports had it not come bundled with new Wii consoles? I don't know. I feel like there's an asterisk there. I feel like there's some gray area. I don't know if it qualifies and if it should be deserved the title as one of the top selling games of all time. But that's just my opinion. I mean, I love the game. It's great. But, you know, there's that asterisk there. Wait, but there was just a thing that I wanted to have. Cash? Well, money is important, but what I lacked most was the elusive jazz hands. I lacked jazz thumbs, which, as it turns out, play a huge role. I have no idea what you just said. I saw the word tarantula, and then I answered cash. Because I'm all about that cash money, Tipper. I think that's Tipper, right? That might not be Tipper. Wasn't even paying attention to who I was talking to. I don't even know who lives in my town anymore. It's been so long. It's been so long since I last played this game. I think we're just about done plucking wheat. Nope. 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 Incorrect. Incorrect. There are so many weeds left to be pulled still. No, I'm sorry. I can't have another ridiculous, monotonous, and tedious dialogue with another villager. I'm sorry. Villagers in this game never have anything of significance to say. Bum, bum, bum. There's so many weeds. Isn't there a way to get rid of weeds quickly? Or is that not in this game? Is that in future Animal Crossing games? You know what? I might be just about done with weeds, though. Like, this time for real. I know there's a whole section over here. Isn't it like you have to make a wish or something? Or, like rub a magic lamp, and they're like, oh, Wisp comes out, and is like, hey, what's up? Want me to pick your weeds for you? That's how I picture Wisp's voice in my head. Just kidding. Not at all, but that'd be nice. If you had like kind of like a Fonzie kind of vibe to him, like, hey, it's Wisp. Hey, yo, hey. Alright, I think I got it, though. I think we're good. Oh, yeah. I scared a bug away. What does my Critterpedia look like? I'm gonna just sprint around a little bit, because I feel like there's probably still an area or two. Yeah, this whole side over here going down towards my house. Should have known. Should have known. I'm just looking forward to, like, next week we can get a clean start here in all 5 Animal Crossing games. All the weeds we picked, I'm not worrying about cockroaches today. That'll be next week. That's a like 30-second job to go in, exterminate the cockroaches, and then move on with your life. The weeds, though, as you see, the weeds are very, very time consuming. Let me see here. Alrighty. We're coming up on the end, though. We're coming up on the end of the weeds. I missed this one weed somehow, all by its lonesome. Like, I definitely cleared that section out, but I missed that one single weed. And then I missed all of these, obviously. And then I think it might be clear. That might be the end. Hoorah! Heck yeah, heck yeah. I know this whole section is clear. Looks like that whole section is clear. Yeah! We are weed-free once more, everybody. Domoberg is looking spick and span right now. Oh, no, I missed one. But it was just that one, I think. What about up here? Did I miss this entire section? Have I been up here yet? I don't know. I've lost track of my existence. No, it looks pretty neat and tidy up there. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All right. And we just hit the 30-minute mark, so perfect. So that's an episode. That's an episode. It's a weed picking episode. Let me pull up really quickly. So let me see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So we have 13 more fish to catch here in Animal Crossing Wild World. So still plenty of episodes to come here. Bugs, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I was like, what comes after 6? 7, 8, 9. 9. So we have 9 more bugs and 13 more fish to catch here in Animal Crossing Wild World before we are all done with the Critterpedia and the museum. Then there's also the task of artwork, which is going to be a monstrosity. And I think we're done with the fossils, but I'm not 100% sure. I'll have to double check. But that'll be next week here on the Let's Play. So with that said, for everybody who's watching this in Let's Play form, thank you so much for watching. Everybody else who is here in the live stream right now, sit tight. That's where we're going to end off here in Animal Crossing Wild World. Let me start running back to my house so I can sign off here. But stay tuned, because just after this, it's time to jump into some Animal Crossing City Folk on the Nintendo Wii. And more sparkling discussions. So make sure to subscribe and jump into live chat. More sparkling discussions. More weed picking for sure. I'm not going to deal with these cockroaches. I'm going to bed. I'm going to bed. Oh my god, they're up here too. Nah, I don't want to deal with it. I'm going to bed. They live another day. Alrighty. So with that said, yeah, stay tuned. I will be right back. Switch it off, switch it back on. There's the money. Okay, so now we'll dial this back because the Wii likes to be very loud. Again, anything can happen when you're live, but also when you're actively switching between so many different consoles to play so many different games. So anyway, here we are in Animal Crossing City Folk here on the Nintendo Wii. Again, being that it is live, let me know if the game audio is too loud, if it's too quiet, etc. But yeah. So for anybody who's just tuning in, welcome to another episode of the Animal Crossing City Folk Let's Play here on my channel. I am the Nintendo Beast, and I think this is the first time, I keep saying this, I think this is the first time, it might not be, but I'm recording all of this week's episodes live here on the channel, live in a stream. So yeah, if you hear me referencing live chat and you're watching this as a pre-recorded video, that's what I'm referring to. Anyway, so right now in Domoburg here in City Folk, it's 3:30 a.m. on January 30th, 2023. Why is that, like, I think it was something similar in Wild World, which is weird. Anyway, other things. Let me set the date and time. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, so it is February 24th, 2023. Correct. And it is 5. No, it is not. It is 6:33 p.m. And now we wait for the exact time. We wait for the clock to hit exactly 6:33. And then we hit confirm. Any second now. Any second now. You can do this, Father Time. You can stop wasting my time. I should have done 6:32. But it's 6:33. It's about to be. Come on. Oh my god, this is like the longest minute ever. Holy crap. There it is. Alright, so let me hit the record button here. Alrighty, let's get started here. You are John. Where in the world have you been? Yeah, I'm surprised you didn't send out a search party. It's been quite some time, Rover. But it's good to be back, my old friend. Thanks for waiting. Hope you have a great time. Alrighty, so we're loading into Animal Crossing City Folk here on the Wii for another installment of the Let's Play series, recorded live here on stream, like I said before. Alright, I got one letter in all this time. I got one letter. And what is it from? Oops. Happy Home Academy, or Happy Room Academy. Bang. Great. Cool. Whoopee. Okay, so let me see. I've got a tarantula in my pocket. I'm just gonna toss all of these. Cube moved away, I assume. ABD notice telling me my bank account is full. And they're still trying to give me interest, but I just can't afford to... Wart Jr. Who's Wart Jr.? Well, apparently I've already read that letter, and he moved, so it doesn't matter who Wart Jr. is. He's dead to me. Wart Jr. is dead to me. Oh my god, dude. Talk about the best game ever. Look at how few weeds grew since I've been gone. This might not even be a whole wasted episode. I might be able to do other... Okay, maybe not. As I say, I might be able to do other things today. Other than just picking weeds. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. I'm sure there are plenty of weeds to be picked here. And that is the objective. The objective is to pluck all the weeds so that next week here on the Let's Play, we can get back into doing real things like catching bugs and fish and just having a merry old time. Oh, I have a lot of landscaping to do in this game as well, because I do want to hit perfect town status. Also something that I've never done. I mean, I've hit... My island in Animal Crossing New Horizons has been 5-star. So I guess that's as close to, you know, a comparable thing in that game. But it's not quite as intense and demanding as having a perfect town is in games like City Folk. There goes a dung beetle. Oh my god, look how few weeds there are, though. Can we talk about that? What a beautiful sight. To just find a town that isn't overrun with weeds. Even my New Horizons town is overrun with weeds. Leaf has a service that plucks all the weeds in New Horizons, though, right? So I don't actually have to deal with all of that nonsense. I can actually start doing other things in that one. Maybe I'll go on an art hunt. Maybe, I don't know. We'll see. We can dive right into the action, I think, on New Horizons, though. And I forget what the situation is with New Leaf. Definitely feels more like a hunt in this game, because it's not like, oh yeah, every square foot is covered in weeds. It's like every couple of feet there's a weed. I'm definitely gonna look at that billboard in a second here, because I know what it's gonna say. It's gonna say John's birthday is in 2 days. Ayy. And if I wasn't going to New York for my birthday weekend, I would totally do a live stream, an Animal Crossing live stream, birthday party thing. And it wouldn't be self-indulgent at all. It's my birthday, bring me presents. Give me bags of money. Let me see here. All right, so yeah, we're easy. Easy peasy. I don't know. The Wii graphics aren't terrible. I mean, we've definitely come a long way from Nintendo Wii quality graphics, but like they're not terrible. I think I'm trying to decide whether or not they would look just really, really bad on like my 4K projector screen. And I imagine they would look slightly worse than they do right now on a 4K screen. But I don't know. I don't know if they'd be that bad looking. I might be done plucking weeds already. Alright, well that's the episode, guys. See you next time. Just kidding. We are going to take a quick look. This might be a shorter episode, but... Oh, no, we got plenty of... I forgot about this entire lower section. Never mind. Strap in, guys. Strap in, guys, because it's about to get real exciting. Look at all these weeds down here. You thought it was over. You thought we had escaped the weed realm, but we have not. There are more weeds than there are people in this world. In fairness, that's probably accurate. In the real world. Definitely accurate here in the town of Domoburg. Bum, bum. How did I forget about this entire region down here? Feel like a dum-dum. I don't know how I forgot about this. And I was just like, I cleaned up the top and the right-hand side, and I was like, it's done. We're done. I don't know. We're done, as far as I'm concerned. Missing the entire bottom of the town and the entire left-hand side of the town. I'd love to see a couple snowflakes, I think. I pretty much missed the entire winter in all of the Animal Crossing games, so I wouldn't mind if it started to flurry in town right now. Even though I'm totally in the spring spirit in real life. I'm so done with winter. I mean, it was a very mild and warm winter, which is, like, probably not great as far as the environment goes. But I didn't hate it from a I don't have to be cold all the time perspective. I didn't hate it. We had like a 70-degree day yesterday here, and it was like, it's beautiful. It was a beautiful thing. I'm just really looking forward to the spring thaw. Oops, I didn't mean to pick that up. Put that back down. Put that back down. Dylan Fisher says, I play Animal Crossing City Folk on the Wii. On the Wii U. Solid, solid. I kind of enjoy recording these episodes live. I can't say... The downside is, like, I would totally do this every week, but I don't think my schedule would ever allow me to facilitate that. But it's fun recording these episodes live because I can get input from my audience while I'm playing. Which with a lot of Let's Plays series, Animal Crossing is a game that's like very not simple-minded, but it's very like it allows for dialogue while you're playing. Whereas other games I'm currently playing, like Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, it's a little bit more fast-paced. I mean, Metroid Dread, I would have never been able to hold a conversation while playing it. I think I did a couple of times, and it was just like, I couldn't focus. I got stumped on so many boss fights because of it. Yeah. Oh, I should send a picture of this to my mom, because yesterday was her birthday. And she probably doesn't even remember the fact that she has an account on this game. I don't think she ever played it, but... the flea market, not worried about it. Oh, no, I forgot. I missed Festivale. No, I missed Festivale. I love Festivale. Crap. Oh, well. Fishing tourney, Valentine's Day, less important, blah, 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 blah. Lily's birthday, Olivia's birthday, Groundhog Day. I guess in this game it won't say anything about my birthday until the day of. Whatever. I mean, I think you should alert the media, but whatever. It's just me, John, the guy who did everything for this town and put this place on the map and just mowed the entire lawn of the entire village, but it's fine. I'm not that important. I'm not bulletin board worthy or anything. All right. C-Step says I love watching them live. Yeah. I'm gonna try to start doing more live Animal Crossing recordings from here on out. Again, like I said, I definitely can't do it every week, but I'm definitely gonna try to do it more. And of course, still live streams with New Horizons and different games like multiplayer. All right, so what is this guy? What is this? Got the banded dragonfly. Anyway, it's not really important what it is. I guess it is eventually, but was it the giant petal tail? It's probably the giant petal tail if I had to guess. So 1, 2, whatever that is. Violin beetle, I think. 2, 3, and then 4, the scorpion. So we have 4 bugs missing in my Critterpedia here, and I think it's just 1 fish, right? And what's the fish? The salmon? I'm gonna say it's the salmon. Is it the salmon? It can't be, can it? Hold up. Somebody check. Is that... Am I missing the salmon in this game? And then also, if I am, it's the salmon. When are they available? That's just September, right? I hate to do this because I just plucked out these weeds, but like... Should I time travel real quick? CSEP says September only. What are the hours on the salmon? If you don't mind. Because it seems like I could complete the fish part of my Critterpedia right here, right now, with a little bit of time travel-y action. So I'm not trying to wait all the way until September again to catch this thing. I'm just gonna go to the city just for a hot minute, maybe buy some artwork, do my dailies here. Let me grab my drink here as well. Yeah, let me know. It says all day. Is it all day in September? Okay. Do we do it? I mean, it's gonna be a very short episode if we don't do it. Okay, get out of my way, wolf person. I got places to be and crooked people to see. Crazy Red, talk at me. Let me see your art. Ooh, I'm buying this. Money is not an object. You should know this by now. The pinball machine is mine. Just stop talking. Just shut up and take my money. Just shut up and take my money, Nintendo. I mean, Red. And also this piece of artwork. That's probably garbage, but... The worthy painting. Is it worthy? I'll be the judge of that. I bet it's not, but... I'll be the judge of that regardless. Alright, so we're going to take this back to the museum and, see if we can get anywhere with our art collection tonight. So I am thinking, I don't know, should I premiere? CSEP, you say you like, watching the Animal Crossing live, and I definitely want to do more live recordings like this, but, what about, like, do you like when the new episodes premiere on the channel throughout the day on Friday, and you can tune into them and join, like, live chat that way? Or would you rather just, like, watch it, like, have the videos just post regularly if they're not recorded live, like, in a live stream like this? Let me know your thoughts. Because I aim to please here on the channel. Alright. What do we think? Is this going to be a legit painting? Or is it going to be fake? I'm always cautiously optimistic with these things. I always hope that they're legit. But I do always assume they're going to be fake. So first things first, we're going to go into the art exhibit and see if the worthy painting is already hanging up in there. Wow, this is even more full than I thought it was. Oh crap, there's the worthy painting. Man. 1, 2, 3. Three, 4, 5, 6. 6. There are only 6 paintings remaining until this wing is done. That's outstanding. I'm super stoked about that as well. CSEP in live chat says, I like when the premiere happens because I know exactly which hour all the games I like, and also play will come on. I also see you sometimes in the chats talking with us, so I like the premieres. The premieres, that's what I was thinking too. I think I'm gonna return to the premieres. I know, at least for the Animal Crossing ones, because Animal Crossing is still pretty much my bread and butter. I've gotten away from it a little bit on the channel, but it still remains one of my favorite games and like one of the big draws that a lot of people are subscribed for. My Animal Crossing Let's Plays and my New Horizons live streams. So I think I'm gonna put a spotlight on those a little bit, in that way. So yeah, I think we'll return to the premiere format moving forward. Let me run into Nookingtons and sell some crap, and then I think we're gonna time travel. We're gonna do a little bit of that time travel action. Let's do Time Warp again. For anybody who gets that reference, it's a cult classic, Rocky Horror Picture Show. I'm not going to sell the tarantula, because I'm not 100% sure that I donated it to the museum yet. It's a fake! I'll give it to you for 10 bells. Sure, whatever, I don't care. I don't need the money, I just need the pocket space. I need the pocket space more than I need the money. You can honestly take it for free for all I care. Anyway. Alright, let's save here quick. And let's do Time Warp again. Boop, 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 boop. Okay. So we can go anytime during the day, or anytime during September, right? So let's go catch a salmon. I don't think the salmon is a rare fish. I think the king salmon is more rare than the regular salmon is. So I feel like I'm gonna feel kind of stupid time traveling back and forth and growing more weeds, but it wasn't terrible that time, so I think we can do this. Oh god, what is it, the 10th month? No, it's the 9th, right? September 24th, yeah, okay. And we'll just keep it at 6:52. Even though technically it's 6:53, somehow the clock got behind by a minute, but it's fine. We're going to be time traveling right back, so I'll correct it when we come back. Oh god, did I just do 2023 though? So I just shot forward like... Oh no, dude. I just shot forward like half a year. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, the weeds are going to be back so bad. Oh god, no. The flea market, yay, I don't care. Talking about these weeds I just picked. Oh. I feel stupid. Let me check to see if there are any. I think it's still the violin beetle that I have to try to catch at some point. I'm not going to waste my time with the weeds, because it is what it is. Alright, so the salmon would be where? In this area, I think? CSEP says in live chat they had to make time traveling fair. I guess. They had to make it fair. Yeah. Okay, so wait. So where, what's that noise? It's not a violin beetle, is it? No, it's just a regular cricket. It says river mouth, so I assume it's just that one. There's only one river mouth in this game, right? I believe. Just trying to reset the town here. There's no fish bait available in this game. Unless up there would be considered a river mouth too, like at the top of the waterfall, but I don't think it would be. I'm just gonna catch this fish real quick, just for the heck of it. I would say it falls under the category of better safe than sorry. That is, if I can even... I'll just cast it in over here. See, since it's a little bit bigger than that. Yeah, if it's gonna be annoying about it, get out of here, fish. Nothing's spawning over there just yet. Oh my god, there's so many crickets, dude. It's in like surround sound. Cricket ASMR, except it's not at all ASMR. It's not in any way relaxing. You would check throughout all the river, you think? Let me run up. Up and over yonder. Is this a medium? So there's like extra small, small, medium. I feel like this is a small, maybe? But what do I know, right? Is that a salmon? Wow, first try. First try. Boop, ba-da, boop. We did it! First try as a salmon. Thank you, CSEP, for telling me to go up the river, because it was not in a river mouth at all. Oh my god. Wahoo. Okay, I've caught every single kind of fish at long last, guys. At long last, every single kind of fish has been caught here in Animal Crossing City Folk. It's been a life's journey. It's been a life's journey. I knew the salmon wasn't even rare, so I don't know why it took me so long to finally catch one. Maybe because I've just been, you know, screwing around at the river mouth, waiting for it to show up and it never spawns, and then it doesn't even have to be in the river mouth. I don't know. Let me see. May I assist you? Donation. Okay, cool. So it is new for the museum too. So this might complete my museum too, for at least the fish wing of it. Who now? Do you wish to donate anything else? No. So how do we know if that's the end? How do you know if this is full now? Do we just not know? Is it just not important to anybody other than me? Do I have to, like, go up and down a checklist or something? This still feels very empty to me. Shark. Is there another... Are there more fish that need to go in here? There's a hammerhead shark. There's the regular shark. I'm thinking the whale shark, but I'm pretty sure the whale shark is not. I'll check next week's next week's episode, and I'll go down, like, I have an actual checklist, I just have to find it. But I'll go down the actual checklist and see where we're at in regards to donations. But in the meantime, let me get a cup of coffee. That'll do just fine. Let me get a cup of coffee, and this is where we'll sign off from Animal Crossing City Folk this week. We did it. We completed the fish section of the Critterpedia, which is so freaking exciting. Again, this is a game that I played since childhood, and I finally just completed this element of it now, which is so exciting. Thank you. C-Zip says, I wouldn't think Blathers would say anything. Yeah, no, I didn't expect that. I just came down here for a celebratory cup of coffee. Puzzow. Strong and full body. It's like I'm in some crazy dream. So that's where I'm going to end it. I feel like that's just that screen right there. It feels like I'm in some crazy dream. I love it. So for anybody who's watching this as a Let's Play episode, in hindsight, after it's been recorded, obviously, thank you so much for watching. For everybody else who is here in the live stream, give me 1 second here. I will be right back, and we'll be jumping into Animal Crossing New Leaf on the Nintendo 3DS. So I will be right back. Alrighty, so this one is gonna be interesting. Alright, so, first of all, turn that down, and then, let's see. That could work. That could be just crazy enough to work. Hold up, hold up. Let me see if I can... Crap. this is just troubleshooting on the fly right now. So I think we are good here. Let me know. I apologize if there were all kinds of terrible noises just then. Let me dial back. This is very loud in my ears right now. Dial that back to like 30 there, and then we crank the audio up there to maybe like 30-ish. Somewhere in that ballpark. Okay. And it seems like the controller's working. Okay, so I think we're good. Yeah, so doing this live is very weird, especially since I haven't actually recorded any episodes of this, just on the side, like pre-recorded in this new studio space yet. So it's very much like troubleshooting and just making this work on the fly. So I apologize for like the weird little hiccups, but again, anything could happen because it is live. So again, let me know in live chat, for everybody who's tuned in right now, let me know in live chat if there are issues with the audio, the game audio is too loud, too quiet, somewhere in between, whatever. I think somewhere in between would be perfect, but, you know, just in case there's anything weird or wonky about the stream, let me know, and I will try to adjust. But with that being said, let me hit the record button here, because I keep forgetting to do that every single time. Alright, we are recording. I think we are good to go. So, welcome back to my Let's Play series here in Animal Crossing New Leaf on the Nintendo 3DS. We're jumping back in here. I speculate... Okay, so this is actually on time. Perfect. So I don't have to adjust the clock at all. I do speculate there's going to be quite a few weeds to clean up, and I think Leaf offers some kind of cleanup crew service in this game, but I can't quite remember. CSEP in live chat says, sounds good. Awesome. Let's rock and roll then. So, let's jump in here and see where we're at. Lots of weeds. I see myself wearing a wetsuit right now. Oh god, I forgot about frickin' Rossetti. Every time in this emulator. The game's broken in the emulator. It's whatever. There's no real way. You can save... For anybody who's not familiar with my Let's Play series, up until this point, in this version, this emulated version of the game, my battery's died. You can save and continue, and it saves the progress that way, but you can't save and quit. When you save and quit, it just freezes and bricks. It just is like a perpetual saving screen, and it never actually saves or quits. So you have to save and continue, and then you just basically just turn off the game. And so every time you sign on, Rossetti does assault you again. But he also he doesn't remember that he was there last time because it doesn't save. So you get the same, you don't get like an elevated level of anger at any point from Rossetti. It's just it's the same exact, hey, what are you doing? You forgot to save, or whatever, dialogue every single time. He never gets more angry, which I guess I can be grateful for that at least. CSEP in live chat says, I miss Rossetti. Yeah, Rossetti's an OG. He's one of the good ones. Let me see what I got. Oopsie daisy. From my mom. Darling John, there's a handsome fellow down the street who's been catching my eye. It's a puppy in the pet shop. Don't tell your dad. He's allergic. Mom. Okay. Okay, Mom. Calm down. Calm down there. Oh, I got another letter from my mom. Do I want this? To my sweet John, there was a fireworks display in town tonight. It was so beautiful. It made me wonder if you could see it from your town. Is it too far away? Mom. Rip these prezzies off. I feel like these letters from Mom... So long. Okay, so Renee moved away. Okay, that's the only one, it seems. I feel like these letters from Mom, as an adult, I appreciate them. And, like, the thought behind them. New Horizons, the letters from Mom are stupid, annoying. They come every year at the same exact time and yield the same exact gifts. And it's just lame. They're just not fun. Fireworks paper. See, that's a thoughtful. I like that goes. Foosball table, yes. I think I have a foosball table. Hold up. I think I already have a foosball table, but my fake mom knows what real me likes. So that's interesting. Let me run back into my... No cockroaches that I'm seeing, though. Let me run back into my game room here, though. And see if I've got a foosball table. I do have a foosball table. But it's the thought that counts, Mom. Thank you. Thank you, virtual mom. Alright, so we're gonna run out here and, we're gonna pursue some kind of option to get rid of these weeds real quick. C-Step in live chat says, one cool detail about this game is the animals never take money as a gift. They never take money as a gift? Explain, what do you mean? Isabel also doesn't take my shell as a gift. I left this sand dollar here because women love sand dollars. It was a whole thing. It was a whole theme of an episode. And I was trying to flirt with Isabel, and she has ignored my gift to this point. Oh, that was weird. So either women don't actually love sand dollars. Something's going haywire on my computer right now. I don't know if it's a computer, if it's the emulator, or what the deal is. But it's not running super fluidly, as you're seeing, but it's fine. I wanted to check if Katrina was in town, because I need to talk to her 20 times, I think, in order for her to move into my main street, because she is the last outstanding, right back here. She's the last outstanding business that has to move into my main street until my main street is complete. What am I up here again for? Oh, yeah. Trying to remember. Leaf's shop is in the TNT Emporium, right? If you send them money in letters, they send it back in all the Animal Crossings. Really? Or if they are in a situation to hand them gifts, they hand it back, like, for instance, their birthday. So that's all Animal Crossing games? Where your villagers don't take money handouts? They're like, I ain't no charity case. And then they throw the money on the ground, which was a Lonely Island reference for anybody who is old enough to get that. Maybe nobody. I don't know. Please weed. What? Weeding? But I didn't see all that many weeds during my walk. Don't worry so much, John. No, please weed anyway. Are you kidding me? So I have to go out and weed myself because Leaf is a bum. Leaf is a bum. You heard it here first, folks. Leaf is a frickin' bum. There were definitely enough weeds that I saw on my walk today to warrant the necessity of Leaf's weeding service, but apparently not. C-Step says, is that a compliment or an insult? I think it's a backhanded compliment. I think it's nothing. I think it's just I think it's a cop-out is what it is. He doesn't want to weed, so it just... Also, C-Step says her not weeding. Is Leaf a guy or a girl? Has that ever been established? Like, part of me could care less, but another part of me is, like, curious. Because I always thought Leaf was a dude. And then also Rover. I've never quite pinned down whether I believe Rover is male or female. Or something in between. I guess it doesn't matter. It literally doesn't matter. It literally could not matter less the gender of any of these fictitious animals. But in the grand scheme of things, I am kind of curious what the established genders are. You know what? Leaf was not wrong. I mean, it was still a cop-out, and what a lazy bum. I would have paid him handsomely, him or her handsomely, for just his effort to come out and pick out the weeds that are here. Maybe even throw away some of these flowers. There are too many. I feel like there are enough weeds that it's annoying. I feel like it was just a cop-out, and Leaf is kind of a lazy bum. But, you know, whatever. Can you wish on shooting stars in this game? You can. I don't know what happens in this game. Actually, you know what? I actually don't need that. What happens in New Leaf when you wish on a shooting star? Because you don't get, like, the star, fragments like you get in New Horizons, right? So does anything happen? Whoa, I found a 4-leaf clover. I wonder if that makes me lucky. I've both wished on a shooting star and found a 4-leaf clover. If I don't get my wishes, then... And I didn't actually wish. Really. But... if I don't get some kind of happy accident / wish out of that, then I don't know what I can ever do to be lucky enough. Plucking all these weeds. Plucking and shucking all the weeds. He's plucking and chucking, not shucking. Shucking is like shucking clams, I think, right? I don't know. It's unimportant. All I know is there are definitely enough weeds that I would have happily paid for them to be removed. And I'm kind of bitter Leaf was such a lame-o. It's fine. It's done now, sort of. No, it's not. Nope, it's not. Because there are so many flowers that it's impossible to tell whether or not it's clean. I'm just going to run through all of them and just... because it's almost spring, and I'm pretty sure more flowers are going to bloom in the spring, and these just need to go. There's also something aesthetically pleasing. It might be the sound. I don't know. But of just blowing up flowers. Like the clicking sound. The gentle clicking sound of running through flowers like this is so relaxing for some stupid reason. Oh my god, I was gonna say, how many times do I have to run over this flower to get it to blow up? Alright, which will be the last one? This one. As soon as I said it, immediately was down to last one. I'm just making a mini game out of, like, alright everybody, bet on your least favorite flower. Which do you think is gonna be the last one standing? Just because I want to kill all these flowers, man. Holy crap. There we go. There we go. I know I could just pick them up and throw them away, but like, ugh. C-Sip says, what type of town did you pick in the beginning? Oh, God. I have no clue. If I had to guess, I would say a pretty one with lots of flowers. Because, there are so many freaking flowers that sprout up every spring. And it's overwhelming. I have to, like, as you see, I have to, like, beat them down. Beat them back so it just looks like a presentable town. Oopsie daisy. Keep playing. Nope. I am just trying to figure out what button I have to press to look at... What button have I been pressing? To pull up... There it is. Okay. I was pressing the start and the select button on this Xbox controller. And both of them just brought up the save screen. I was just trying to get to my Critterpedia so I can actually eyeball this and see where we're at. One. Uno. I think that's also a violin beetle, but I could be wrong. Oh, wait, no. I don't know. 1. 2. We're 2 bugs away from completing this Critterpedia. How many fish? I think the char is one of them, unfortunately. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're 6 fish away, 2 bugs away. Let's talk about deep sea creatures. Oh my god, we're so far away from this. Let me see. I don't have my phone on me. It's AFK at the moment. Let's just go deep sea diving. What are the odds of... CSEP, you know about in-depth Critterpedias. Do you see any deep sea creatures in there that are available right now that I haven't caught yet? I'm thinking about just going deep sea diving right now. But also, oh, when's the oarfish available? Is the oarfish available in February? I feel like it's only available during the winter, and I think February might be considered winter. Let me just run along the board, or along the beach here, and see if there are any massive fish swimming around, floating around. Is that a fish or is that a shadow? It was a shadow. Ah, there's a big boy. I don't know if it's like oarfish big boy size, but we caught it, so it's a sea bass. Wow. Did I call it or did I call it? If I caught it that easily, it was a sea bass for sure. And that guy's not big enough. That last guy was definitely a sea bass. So yeah, next week here on the Let's Play, this week we're just kind of chilling. We got the weeds out of the way, I think. We're just kind of chilling. Next week in the Let's Play episodes, we'll dive back into really working on completing Critterpedias. Did a little bit this week in other Animal Crossing games, completing Critterpedia pages, but not too much. Not too much. CSEP in live chat says, I know I might have some knowledge about City Folk, but I haven't played New Leaf, but I can check for you. Yeah, if you'd be willing to, that'd be awesome. And I'll grab my phone for between, like, in the next intermission. I was so focused on, I put my phone away, and I was so focused on, setting this emulator up correctly and hoping that it was going to work properly that I forgot to grab my phone. And now it's all the way over there, and I just... Meh, I don't want to get up. And off screen, off camera. What are you, big boy? Sea bass? Oh, sea bass for days. Sea bass for days. This guy over here was that little guy. I wish on a shooting star and I have a lucky clover in my pocket. Give me an oarfish. Even if they're not out right now, just give me an oarfish. That's a big boy, I think. It's definitely a sea bass, but it's a big sea bass. Crap, I blew it. 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 I feel like an idiot. It was probably not a sea bass either. It looked kind of long. Mistakes were made, and I'm a sad camper. Oh, here's another big guy. It's definitely a sea bass. And it got away. Maybe it wasn't a sea bass. They're all just getting away. I did have to, I did put on a setting at some point to make it easier to catch fish, and I don't remember. Hold on, let me see real quick. Hold on. I'm trying to remember the button configuration. Was it Alt? I'm trying to remember what it was, but I don't remember what it was. It's fine. It was like, it allowed you to like go into slow motion, basically. But I think that was just cheating. Like, I think it was like a V-sync. It was some kind of syncing thing that made it impossible to catch, like literally impossible to catch fish in the emulator, or like the rare fish. It was some kind of weird graphical issue. But I think I resolved that in the settings. Although that felt very much like, I don't know. I hesitated a little bit because the fish I just caught before that, or I just tried to catch before that, I spazzed and reeled it in too fast. So I'm going to tell myself I'm still in the game here. This is a sea bass for sure. Sea bass. It's another sea bass. Okay. So C-Step in live chat provided me a list. Thank you so much. Give me 1 second. Let me check this. So this is for the, oh, whoopsie daisy. So this is for the diving critters, you said, right? So we got the oyster. I don't know how many I have of these. The oyster, the turban shell, the clam, pearl oyster, sea cucumber, sweet shrimp, octopus. These are all available right now, but I don't know which ones you have. I have the octopus. The sweet shrimp. This is a mantis shrimp. This is a tiger prawn. I'm thinking I need a lot of those, so let me just jump in the ocean. Oops. Oh, some of those are available only on the tropical island, too. Are they all available on the tropical island? Like, if I were to go to a tropical island right now. Would it be worthwhile? I imagine it would be, but... I might just see if I can find another oarfish looking fish. None of the ones I mentioned are available exclusively on the tropical island. Oh, okay, cool. So my follow-up question. What about the oarfish? Is the oarfish available right now? I apologize for having you, like, run errands for me. And I really appreciate it, so thank you. But is the oarfish available in February? And if it is, it's available in March, too? Or is this like a, we should catch this oarfish right now? It's like now or never. And also, what time? I think the oarfish was an all-day fish, but it's like only available during the winter, during certain months. But I could be wrong on that. I could have also just blown 2 perfect opportunities to catch an oarfish. That could also be true. One I pulled it in way too early, and one I pulled it in way too late. Well, not way too late, but late enough that I didn't catch it. And haven't seen one since. So there's that too. Gotta love it. Here's a big old sea bass. Why don't we reel this guy in? Oops. Oh, this is a long guy. It's a tuner. A big old tuner. I wonder what my encyclopedia... Oh, snap. That's new. We caught a new fish, guys. Heck yeah. It's not the oarfish, but that's fine. I'm not mad at it. So wait, how many more do we have? Oarfish is available from December to May. Sweet. Is it available all day, every day? That might be the last one guy. Oh, no, we have 2 more. Okay. So there's the big old tuner. I don't know what goes here. Is it a... This is the moray eel, and this is the ribbon eel. So I don't know what goes here. A char, maybe? No, the char is back here somewhere. I don't know. Oh, you know what? I think the oarfish goes here. I don't know. We have plenty of fish that we still have to catch. Alright, so the oarfish is available all day. It'll be available in March as well, so we're good. We're not pressed for it, but that's cool. I didn't realize that we still needed to get the tuna, and now we have caught the tuna. What say you, sea bass? Really? Really, though? We're gonna play this game, sea bass? Give me a sea bass. The most rambunctious sea bass there ever was. Right here. This big boy. Alright, so that's where we're going to call it, I think, with that sea bass. Oh, oh, oh. Did I scare that away? Oh, it's for sure another sea bass. Get out of here. Get out of here, sea bass. I'm going to run this tuna up to the museum quick, actually, but... Just looking for a big ol' oarfish. And not seeing any, so that'll be that. So we'll close it with the catch of the sea bass. Again, the most rambunctious sea bass there ever was. Let me run this up to the museum. This is also a soundtrack that has a lot of nostalgic meaning for me. I was playing this game. This game came out just before I met my now wife, and we used to go on, like, because we met in high school, so like we couldn't obviously like be together 24/7 like we are now because we're married and we live together, obviously. But we used to go on these little virtual dates in Animal Crossing. Like I bought her a little pink 3DS for like a birthday or something like that, for Christmas I think it was actually. Either for a birthday or Christmas, they're around the same time, so it doesn't matter. Bottom line is, I bought her a pink 3DS, and I bought her a copy of Animal Crossing New Leaf. And we used to, like, we'd go on, like, little dates, like, in the middle of the night, we'd just be like, okay, before we go to bed, let's go play Animal Crossing. And we go to Tortimer's Island, and we'd do the tours together and that kind of thing. And it was a lot of fun. So I have fond memories of this game for that, too. Like, Animal Crossing has, like, kind of been a background, to a lot of key moments in my life so far, and it continues through New Horizons with the pandemic and the restarting of my YouTube channel here, and hopefully this grows into something big and beautiful. But even if it doesn't, I'm having a lot of fun doing my YouTube channel, and Animal Crossing again has been a background to that, so very cool. Make a donation. Enough of the sappy bullcrap talk. Let's donate this big old tuner here quick, and get one step closer to completing my museum here in Animal Crossing New Leaf. The tuna reminds me of a time when I was still in my baby feathers. Okay, so enough of the sappy bullcrap from me. Let's hear some sappy bullcrap from Blathers now. I beg your pardon. I was about to go on a tangent there. Oh no, I've been going on tangents this entire time, Blathers. Go ahead. You go right ahead. Okay, fine. You don't have to go into detail then. Alrighty. So with that said, there we go. We're going to make sure to save and continue quick, because we do want to save the progress we made today. And yeah, so for everybody who's watching this after the live recording, watching it as just like a video on demand Let's Play episode, thank you so much for watching. For everybody else, keep it locked in here. We're moving on to Animal Crossing New Horizons here on Nintendo Switch. We got one more game to play here live, so like I said, keep it locked in, and I will be right back. Let's see if this is gonna work quick here. Let me just double check. See if it's up. It is. We're good. Okay. So we're moving on to Animal Crossing New Horizons here on the Nintendo Switch, the final game of the live stream here. Let me bump up the audio here. Okay. I think we're good on that front. Okay. So now we wait. Now we wait for Animal Crossing to load. Here we go. We hit the record button, and we are good to go here. So, welcome everybody to another installment of my Let's Play Animal Crossing New Horizons Let's Play series here on the channel. Another episode here that I'm actually recording live via live stream, so if you hear me reference live chat, that is in what it's regards to. If you're here with me live, thank you so much for tuning in. Thanks for sticking with me through all 5 Animal Crossing games in this live stream here today. So we're jumping into Animal Crossing New Horizons here on the Nintendo Switch, like I said. And my Critterpedia is complete. Is 100% done in this game as of the last live stream I did here in New Horizons, which is super exciting. It marks the first Critterpedia across the entire Animal Crossing franchise that I have ever completed, which is super, super exciting. And as a huge Animal Crossing fan, not only am I surprised that it took this long for me to do that in any Animal Crossing game, but it's also just like it means like a weirdly... It means a lot to me. It means more than it should to me, probably, as a grown adult. But it brings me very much joy to know that I'm getting so close to completing all of my different Critterpedias across the different Animal Crossing games. It makes me a very happy Nintendo beast. But with that said, I think we're back to regular time here. We're going to pick some weeds. Now that we're getting back into the game, we're going to be picking some weeds here. The Snow Boys... The Snow Boys are out in full force. So yeah, I don't know when the last time I actually, outside of the last live stream I did this past weekend, I don't know when I really last played Animal Crossing New Horizons. Bunny, you better not be moving out. Okay. Hey John, it's always fun to chat with you. You make me happy, and I thought I'd tell you so. Aw. In fact, spoiler alert, a lot of folks like you and care about... In fact, spoiler alert, a lot of folks like you and care about you and wish they could buy an action figure of you. It's true. I'd buy 2. Bunny. I'd buy an action figure of me too, but that's just conceited at that point, buying an action figure of yourself. That was a pretty nice and thought out and a letter. And as somebody who really enjoys collecting action figures and, you know, collectibles and whatnot, it's pretty nice. Okay, so yes, we have another birthday, folks. February 27th belongs to Rosie. An early shout out to the birthday resident. Enjoy your special day, from Tom Nook. But more importantly, February 26th is John's birthday. Hey. Here's snowflakes. So let me just admire this again. Admire the fact that I never have to catch another char ever again, because there it is, baby. There it is. Never have to catch another char. Technically never have to catch another bug or fish or deep sea creature in this game. Not saying I won't, but I don't have to. Hey. The art wing, however, is still a struggle. It's the one exhibit in my museum that hasn't been completed as of yet. So let me double check real quick just to see how many pieces of artwork are still outstanding. I think it might be quite a few, but I'm not 100% sure. So let me jump in here quick. 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6. I think it's just 6 pieces of artwork now. I should write down which ones I'm missing. Oh, wait, 7. I missed this one right here. Duh. Probably. I think I missed that one. So approximately, we have approximately 7 pieces of artwork still missing from the museum here. CSEP in the live chat says, I can't finish this live stream out because my phone battery. I will catch the next one. No worries. Thank you so much for tuning in and sticking with me through this entire live stream today. Let me jump in. I'm going to run over to, I'm going to fly over to Harv's Island, I think, and see if there is any artwork that is both legit and outstanding from my museum. Both of those things, those are the key requirements now. I don't have money to waste in this game as much. I do have some money, but I don't have money to waste as much anymore. I used to, like, in live streams, I used to just, like, toss millions of bells at people for playing, like, hide and seek with me and stuff like that. But now I'm a little bit more conservative because I've been spending a lot of money on things on Nookazon, such as bags of fish bait to catch this stupid char, which I'll never have to do again, thank God. And then also now it'll be artwork predominantly. I'll be doing art hunts live on stream, so that'll be fun. But speaking of an art hunt, that's going to be what we're going to do today in this episode. And then also weeds. I do want to pluck the weeds. I'm curious whether or not, while I'm on Harv's Island, I'll see if Leaf offers weed plucking services and if he's willing to do it on my island right now. I kind of forget. I don't know if I've ever, if he does offer that service, I don't know if I've ever utilized said service. So we're going to find out. These are both, this is Blue Boy, and this is one that I don't remember the name of it, but I have it already. So that's exceedingly disappointing, but whatever. Isn't this the most perfect day to shop for flowers? I'd recommend the lovely camellia. Camellia, I assume? It's in season right now. I love how stoked. Let's talk about wheat. Oh, wait. No, I'm not selling. I'm sorry. Weeding service. I'd like to pay you. I think it's very expensive, though. I didn't see many weeds growing at all the last time I was there on Demo Isle. Oh my god, Leaf is just a bum, dude. Leaf is a bum across all of the Animal Crossing games. What a joke of a business person. Get out of here. And then there's just Hippy Dippy Harv. Who just over here just completely offbeat with the music. It's fine. It's fine. Alright, this was a wasted trip. Take me back. I'm ready to go home already. I have to pluck the weeds myself because Leaf is a square. Alright, let's fly on over here. And, yeah. Let's jump out here. Yeah, so we are going to go on a nook hunt. Yeah. We're going to go on an art hunt in the near future. In future Animal Crossing New Horizons streams here on the channel, so definitely subscribe and keep an eye out for that. Alright, we're going on a lost item hunt. Whose is this? There are so many people outside, it could be freaking anybody's. Is it you? Can we talk, J.O. Reno? I've been thinking maybe I should move and try living elsewhere. I've had fun living here, but I've been itching to make change. Don't leave. I guess I'll have to cancel my moving plans after hearing you say that, J.O. Reno. Honestly, the idea of leaving here was making me sad. I'm glad you convinced me to stay. What's up? Good. Wait, but now also, did you drop this? What is it? The only lost item I have in my pocket? You can't just check yourself. Sydney. This could belong to Sydney, which means it does belong to Sydney. Sydney! Are you outside, or am I wasting my time? Are you probably in your house? Rosie's house. I don't remember where anybody lives. This is Pietro's house. I think this is Sydney's house. Aha. Oh, Sydney. I'm coming in anyway, whether you're ready or not. I'm sorry, I can't wait to catch up on things. What's on your mind? Did you drop this? And don't even say no, because I already know it's yours. I was desperately trying to find this. It had something important inside. Thank you for returning this, and I have something for you. What was it? It was something important inside. A bidet? I'm insulted now. I'm straight up insulted. Sydney was just like, clean ya nether regions. Here's a bidet. You stink. Go install it. The toilet paper rationing, pandemic is over. Oh, it doesn't even make a flushing noise though. Wait, I want to take this bidet inside and... Can you not go when you're outside? Is that an unspoken rule in Animal Crossing New Horizons that toilets don't work when you're outside? You shouldn't be publicly using the restroom, so let's find out. Maybe the bidet just doesn't flush. Okay, I think the bidet just doesn't flush. Let me check my actual bathroom, because I'm pretty sure... Maybe you have to eat something before... No, it's just the bidet. The bidet doesn't flush. Interesting. Okay. Maybe I'm just thinking of the... Maybe I'm thinking of a different kind of bidet. Because a bidet... I'm not going to go into detail about the bidet, okay? We're not doing this. I'm selling this bidet. I'm insulted by it, Sydney. I'm insulted by your insinuations. That I would need a bidet. Like, thank you for bringing this to me. Also, by the way, the villagers and I have been talking. I think you need this more than I do. Here's a bidet. Let's sell. What am I gonna sell? Well, for one, a bidet. All these fish as well. Where's this bidet? Get rid of that. And mom's tea cozy as well. Sell all that garbo. Okay. Yeah, I guess there aren't that many weeds. It's not even just weeds. It's more so like, it's more so flowers running rampant. Like, there are just too many flowers in places. Especially these stupid white flowers. I gotta find a way to keep this area looking nice over here. Like, yeah, like, that's a lot. That's excessive. And over here. I guess I'll just start ripping these up quick. And then I think once we... So there's the art hunt that I'll be doing live. And then I also want to start doing some more... Once the museum and the Critterpedia are done, then I'm going to proceed and start doing Let's Play episodes of, like, Happy Home Paradise. The DLC here. But also, the next couple of Let's Plays, I do want to start working on more terraforming projects as well. because my island has never been. It's been 5 stars, but it's never been quite quite how I want it to be. There are definitely cool elements to it. Like, I'm really proud of, like, my WWE ring. I think that's a pretty cool thing that I made. And it was, like, I don't remember if I was... I don't even think I saw that somewhere. I'm pretty proud of that because, like, another thing, like, we discussed earlier, like, in previous Let's Play episodes this week, and live here on the stream, one of the things that I had discussed was, that a lot of, like, the cool things that you see in Animal Crossing, like, there's, like, the whole thing about, you know, comparing to yourself to other islands, similar to, like, I'm not gonna get into the whole deep and philosophical elements of it, but, you know, with social media, it's very easy to look at other people and be like, wow, they look so good and I look so bleh. You know what I mean? And so I felt like with New Horizons... I felt with Animal Crossing New Horizons, it was very similar to that, where it was like, everybody else's island is so cool, and my island is so blah. And then on top of that, it's so easy to find other people's islands and take inspiration from them, and just kind of like, instead of like building original things, you just kind of build other things that you've seen online, on what's viral on Kotaku, or like Polygon articles, or whatever. Which is why I kind of stopped reading both, like, all those kinds of websites in the height of Animal Crossing New Horizons popularity, because it just wasn't, I don't know, it wasn't for me. But with that said, look at this trash can, I'm gonna bring it with me. Well, first of all, I guess I should, no, Pietro! Excusez-moi, your wait is over. Pietro has arrived. That's great, and I love you, Pietro, but also, like, please don't stay. Hey, a cupcake. Let me first of all... Who's got a high-end stereo? Yeah, I do have a high-end stereo. I'm just trying to load a song in, though. It's not... Oh, yeah, here we go. Let's say, is that not something you can do while somebody's over? KK Robot Synth was a bop, though. Okay, we're done. I should probably hit the road. Yeah, alright, see you later, Pietro. Arrivederci, or however you say that. I can't say it, but bye. Goodbye. Thanks for coming, I guess. Oops. Alright, now let me get this trash can. Where's this at? Where's it at? Did I put it somewhere on my island? Oh god, no. Or am I just an idiot? I'm just missing it. Both of these things are very possible. I could be both an idiot and... Okay, but there's this one. This isn't the one I was looking for. But it's one that I have. This is a... Whale drum bathtub. Weird. I don't know why I own that. Okay, that's good enough. I think you can... I think it's the same functionality as the trash bin I was looking for. Whatever. No worries. So let me run out here and let me put this down really quick just to double check. Also, wait. Yeah, no. Should I toss something? Yeah, a whole lot of something. And then we pick that up, and then we go back to digging up flowers. And beautifying the town. Oh my god, this whole lineup is just flowers. Oops. What did I just smash? Oh. I guess I should be a little bit more cautious, since there are flowers here that I don't actually want to rip up. I'll have to, like, I don't know, put something over here so that for future, like, these flowers just can't spawn here. I don't know. I don't know what the game plan is going to be moving forward, but... Oops, sorry. Were you watering flowers, or what was the deal there? Okay, so I still have plenty of space. I should be able to at least rip up these flowers and make the town look a little bit nicer. Because then there's some flowers on the other side, too, I have to rip up. But I think... Crap. Crap. Double the Garbo flowers. Ba-ba-da. But anyway, like I was saying, the WWE ring, I don't think I saw that anywhere. So, like, I stole... Actually, you know what? I didn't even steal the designs. Like, the WWE logo, I actually went on this, like, whatever it is, like, AC design kit or toolkit, whatever it is, to do custom designs online, like, on the computer. And I used that. I just kind of dropped in, like, a PNG. Oops. A PNG file of the WWE logo, and used that. Oops. And then, like, the same thing with, like, all the different WWE superstars that I have pictures of in front of the I can't even speak tonight. In front of the WWE stadium ring thing. And then obviously I used, like, the wrestling ring pieces from the base game to build the actual ring, and then I built, like, a multi-level stadium using terraforming, threw in some chairs. I don't even think that's technically complete, and it's definitely not complete in the sense of, like, there was, like, I had a whole idea for, like, a lobby, which I think would be really cool, and I wanted to turn, rather than having just, like, the superstar pictures in front of the arena, I want to have, like, an actual mural, which would be like a multi-part mural, especially now that they expand with 2.0. They expanded your capacity to hold custom designs, so I have even more space. I think it'd be really, really cool to have, like, a full WWE mural, and that way, if you make it a little bit bigger, the actual superstars would be a little bit less blurry. I'll run over there and show what I'm talking about for anybody who's, like, kind of new to the channel and is unfamiliar with what I'm talking about. Just give me 1 second here. Boom, so this side's done, and then I just have to do this side, which isn't as bad. But before I do that, let me run. And all of this has to be renovated, because this used to be like a little carnival area, which I ended up not really liking and got rid of it. But yeah, so, like, these are, like, very, like, not even 8-bit, not even 16-bit. It's just, like, very grainy and washed out and crappy looking. But this entire flooring, I want to make this entire area, this and over here, like, a big old, like, mural you can walk on. So, like, this is the walkway, and then we'd get rid of all this, and this whole section would just be a big old mural with all of these different, and more, WWE superstars, like some of my favorites. But yeah, so that's to come. That's one of the things I wanna work on. But anyway, so let me just go and wrap up these flowers quick, shall we? Too many flowers. And there are flowers everywhere, but this is a section that always, these stupid white flowers grow like weeds and are just so unmanageable because they grow so much and so quickly. I knew I was gonna blow that somehow. Replant that. It's because I can't see anything behind these trees. And now I'm stuck behind a tree. Let me see. Dylan Fisher in live chat says, "What is your town tune in City Folk?" So in City Folk, in New Horizons, I have the Animal Crossing City Folk theme song as my town tune. And if you want it yourself, I have a video up on my channel how to do that. What notes to play. I think somebody corrected me in the comment section of that video too, and it makes it ever so slightly more accurate. I think I was like one note off or something like that, but it still sounds really good either way you do it. But then in Animal Crossing City Folk, and this just tells you what era of my life I was playing this game in. I believe it is. I believe it's "Gives You Hell" by the All American Rejects. What is my town tune? I mean, it's not like it's terrible, and you probably can't. You probably don't hear it when you hear that. Like when you hear my town tune in City Folk, you're probably not just like, oh, I know that song. It's probably so far off, but like it was the best a little kid version of me could do, giving my knowledge of music and what have you. I was a drummer. I didn't know notes. That's not true. I did know notes, but like it was just like hearing it and trying to match it up, and it didn't go super well. It went well enough for me, but I think that's all of them. Yes, we did it, guys. There we have it. Let me throw down this trash can quick. Where is it? There it is. I think not thinking, I might have thrown something away that wasn't a flower rather than selling it. And I'm not super mad about it, but I don't generally do that. I generally only throw away, like throw away flowers. But anyway, so there you have it. Nice and groomed little area. We got to figure out how to make it stop growing so much, and overgrowing, I should say. But that's where we'll leave off in this week's episode of Let's Play Animal Crossing. Pietro's just pushing me out of the way. Pietro's just imposing his will during this episode, and I'm not super here for it. But anyway, like I said, that's where we'll leave off in this week's episode of Let's Play Animal Crossing New Horizons here on the Nintendo Switch. For everybody who is watching this as a video on demand or like a regular Let's Play episode after it's been recorded live, thank you so much for watching. For everybody else who is watching this live, thank you so much for everybody who tuned in during this entire live stream and has stuck with me through all 5 of the main Animal Crossing games as I plucked a bunch of weeds and I completed a couple. I did a little bit of time traveling. I completed the fish page of my Critterpedia in Animal Crossing City Folk, right? Yeah, in Animal Crossing City Folk by catching that salmon. So very exciting. Progress being made in Critterpedias too, not just not just weed plucking, but some real progress being made in this game as well, New Horizons. So with all that said, these episodes that I recorded today, I'm going to be out of town next week, so I have videos already recorded and ready to throw up on the channel. So these episodes that I recorded live today will premiere on the channel next Friday, and then the following Friday we'll be back to like regular pre-recorded episodes of the Let's Play, if that makes sense. But so thank you so much. If you missed anything throughout this live stream today, no worries. All these episodes will post to the channel next Friday, so you can watch them for all of eternity. They're evergreen here on the YouTube channel. Let me think. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to my channel here on YouTube. Ring that bell for notifications for when I do live streams on the channel every single weekend, and when I upload new video content to the channel every single weekday, Monday through Friday of every single week. Again, Animal Crossing Let's Plays coming on Fridays every week now. All 5 Animal Crossing games, new episodes every Friday. Make sure to smash the like button on this live stream and on this video if you're watching it as a video on demand. And yeah, that's my whole spiel. Leave me a comment in the comment section below. But until next time, I am the Nintendo Beast. Thank you so much for watching.